Hello again, friends. So I thought, as I read this story, I would call my cousin Eddie. You see, Eddie actually makes their home in a cave near the mouth of the Columbia River. I thought they might find this to be a very cool story. Hold on while I call them. Hi, Eddie!
A few moments later.
Oh, hey, Ima.
Oh, hello.
I was just looking for you.
You were?
To show you something. Have you ever heard of YouTube?
Of course I have.
Oh, well, you middle schoolers know everything. Well, I have a cousin who has a channel on YouTube where he tells lots of really cool stories.
Really?
Yes.
I've heard of that, maybe.
Yeah, my cousin's name is Artie, and it's called Storytime with Artie, and he just dropped his latest video. Do you want to see it?
Yes.
All right, let me just get my stuff.
Okay, I'll just wait for you here.
Oh, it's down here. All right. Here, let me just send it over here. Ooh. It's a phone. Now I will play his latest story for you.
Okay.
Here we go.
This week, I have found a story from the Klickitat people from the northwestern area of the United States known as the Pacific Northwest, and more specifically the states of Washington and Oregon. Ancestrally speaking, they were north of the Columbia River, at the headwaters of the Cowlitz, Lewis, White Salmon, and Klickitat rivers. These people were known for the intricate and elaborate baskets they created, and the makers of an arrow-proof elkskin armor known as clamons. I may be pronouncing that wrong. They were also known as good horse soldiers and could apparently inspire a great deal of fear in their neighbors. Today, the descendants of the Klickitat tribe are part of the Confederated Tribes and Bands of the Yakama Nation. They continue to honor their heritage. They work to preserve their language, tradition, and history. The tradition of storytelling is well known and honored by many of the indigenous people of the Americas, and the Klickitat are no exception. Finding a story can be a challenge because the tradition is oral storytelling, and the oral storytelling is still very strong with the people. And so most often, when you find a tale written down, it is done by someone who is not one of the people. Sometimes it's well-meaning. Sometimes it's not. So finding a tale that is authentic, good, and not filtered through a European lens is difficult.
You mean a racist lens?
Yeah.
Oh, this is supposed to be a kid's story.
Isn't it?
Well, you're barely old enough.
What? The tale is about a place called the Bridge of the Gods. No, not that one. This one. It is believed that somewhere between 1100 and 1250 AD, there was an enormous landslide between the lava cliffs of the Table Mountain and the north wall of the Columbia Gorge. This caused a natural dam on the river and stood between 200 to 300 feet above sea level. Sadly, this wonder was destroyed by earthquakes around the 1690s. This was an event that, of course, became part of the stories that weave through the lives of the people who lived there. There are several stories about this event, and the one that we read today is from the point of view of the Klickitat. So join me now as we read The Legend of the Mountains, as told by the Klickitat people of Washington and Oregon. Long ago, Tai-He-Sag-Hali, the chief of all the gods, traveled down the Columbia River with his 2 sons in search of a place to stay. The sons, Pato and Waist, had a complex relationship, and when they finally came to an area where they wanted to live, the sons began to argue. Each wanted this beautiful land for themselves.
She sounds a bit like a spoiled brat.
Definitely.
To settle this quarrel, the chief shot 2 arrows from his bow. He shot the first one to the north, and the second to the south. And then told the boys that they would have to live in the place where each of the arrows landed. Pato followed the arrow to the north, and Waist followed the arrow to the south. Tai-He wanted his family to be content, so he built a bridge between the north and the south. This bridge became known as the Bridge of the Gods. And for many years, the family used the bridge to meet. But then both of the sons fell in love with a beautiful woman named Louit.
That's a nice name.
I think I had a friend named that once.
Yeah.
She could not choose between Pato and Waist. So Pato and Waist went to battle with one another. As they fought, whole villages and forests were destroyed. The sky shook with their anger as they threw fire at each other. So violent was their fight that the area was devastated, and when the smoke cleared, it was known the brothers had caused the bridge of the gods to fall. When the bridge fell, the river became violent and formed the Cascade Rapids. The collapse of the bridge also created a substantial crack between the north and the south, which we now know as the Columbia River Gorge. The destruction from this war was so great that Saghali was insulted by his sons and their aggression. As punishment, he changed all three of the lovers into great mountains. Waist became a mountain now known by most as Mount Hood. Pato became the one called Mount Adams, and the maiden Louit became one called Mount St. Helens. But now you know that they already had names long before the Europeans came and renamed them. In fact, if Google is to be believed, Louit's mountain was known as Luala Clo. Personally, I like that name better. I believe it means smoking or fire mountain. And that just fits that particular mountain really well.
Just for no particular reason.
No reason at all. I really liked that story. I'm a little sad for Louit. It wasn't her fault that the brothers destroyed the landscape. She just couldn't make up her mind, and they decided to solve things with massive destruction. No wonder she's been smoking mad ever since. Well, now it's the time we thank Pixabay.com and all their wonderful contributors for sound and music and images and videos and vectors. You name it, they have it. Lately, I've been using a lot of music from Pixabay.com contributor Greg R. Quindel, so I wanted to say thank you to them as well. About now, the little train at the bottom of the screen should be coming by. It reminds you to do all those things that make the algorithm happy. If it ever is happy, which I doubt. I'm pretty sure the algorithm hates me. On a complete opposite note, I would like to say thank you to you, my dear friends, for coming back week after week, for leaving comments so I know someone is watching and I'm not just shouting into the void. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate you. Thank you all.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I liked it. It was
Well, then you should do exactly what he says, and you should like, share, and subscribe, and of course, comment. Oh, that's a good comment.
I know, right?
I know.
Done.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait, I forgot to subscribe.
He also has a Patreon.
He is?
Yeah, lots of Patreon friends.
That's a part of friends.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
Cool.
Good.
That was nice.
And now for a special thank you to my Patreon friends.